Outlook will allow you to track when recipients both receive and read email messages you send. To turn on tracking for a given email message, go to the Options tab of the ribbon, and in the Tracking group you'll see two options. One to request a delivery receipt, and that delivery receipt will be an email that you'll get when the message lands in that person's inbox, and another to request a read receipt. So you'll get this one back when they actually read the message. Now bear in mind, two things have to happen for these receipts to work properly. Number one, the person who you're sending it to needs to be using an email program that understands read and delivery receipts. And that means probably they're going to need Outlook. Second, they have a choice on whether or not to respond to these read receipt requests. So they can decline, and you can also set Outlook to automatically decline to send these receipts if you like. So you may or may not get a response depending on what choices the person you're sending it to has made. We've chosen some tracking on this particular email message, so let's send it. In my inbox, I've got a tracking receipt here. So this message to Sean P. Conrad with a subject of tracking sent on a certain date and time was read at a certain date and time. So you can get email messages back for those read receipts. If you want to track it on a per message basis, maybe you sent this message to multiple people and you want to see who read it and when, find the message in the Sent Items folder. And when you look in there, it will have an icon next to it that indicates there's something special about this, that there's some tracking options turned on. Open it up, and you'll be able to see in the ribbon, in the Show group, an option for tracking, and you can see who read this message and when, or who received it and when. You can manage how Outlook treats read and tracking receipt requests in your options. So from the Tools menu, choose Options, and in the Email section of the Preferences tab, choose Email Options. Then choose Tracking Options. Here you can set your options for tracking. One of them is, after processing, move receipts to. So if you use tracking regularly, you can have your tracking messages automatically moved to deleted items or moved somewhere else. So you can save them in a given folder if you'd like. You can also delete blank voting and meeting responses after processing. So once Outlook has tracked the responses to those, you can delete the messages that come back of the receipts themselves. You can also say, for all messages I send, I would like to send read and or delivery receipts. But I don't recommend this. If you ask for a read receipt on every single message you send, chances are the people you're emailing are quickly going to set their Outlook to never send a response. So I recommend you only turn on read or delivery receipts on messages that are important, and only do it once in a while. These bottom options will determine how your Outlook handles requests for receipts. Whether you always send a response, and that would happen automatically, or never send a response, also automatically, or to ask you, and that's the default. So before sending a response, Outlook will ask if you'd like to respond or not.